Hello and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, where today we're here at the Drayton Manor Resort for the final operating day of Shockwave.
So Drayton Manor have been running an event all over the weekend called The Last Stand, which gives riders the last opportunity to stand up on this iconic coaster.
It opened in the year of the roller coaster for the UK, 1994, as the only stand-up roller coaster in Europe, and also the only one in the world to feature a zero-G roll. And yeah, in this video, we're gonna get some off-ride footage of Shockwave and of course take you on one last time standing up on this iconic roller coaster. And there it is, that famous zero-G roll that's been in place here since 1994. And of course the ride features 4 inversions in total. You got the large loop just there, the zero-G, and then the 2 corkscrews down at the end of the layout as well. And yeah, last day today for this operating as a stand-up coaster. And along with that, there's going to be various changes coming to the ride for 2024. And these are going to be ready for the start of next season. So of course, firstly, it's no longer going to be a stand-up roller coaster. It will be sit down. However, that does mean they are changing the height restriction from 1.4 meters down to 1.2. And with the new direction of Drayton Manor, I can understand why they want to do that. Having a coaster of this scale as a 1.2 is going to be a good move for the park.
It is, like a lot of people that come to the park aren't able to go on it at the moment, so bringing it down to a sit down, so many more families can enjoy it all together.
Definitely, and yes, this new sit down train will also feature lap bar restraint, which will certainly add to the ride experience, especially going through the 4 inversions. Along with that, Shockwave will be no more. It's been this for nearly 30 years, 29 years to be exact. It will have a new name for next year as well, and also a slight retheme to fit more in with Adventure Cove, that area that they opened here a few years ago at Drayton Manor. But yeah, lots of changes coming up. I suppose really the only negative is we are losing something quite iconic with the stand-up element on here, especially with it being the only stand-up coaster in the UK and quite a dying breed really in the coaster world. Yeah, it's a shame to kind of see that element go. And obviously the layout for Shockwave is also pretty basic. So how's it going to ride as a sit-down coaster will be quite interesting, because it is these elements standing up that made it a special ride. But still, nothing lasts forever. I'm excited to take you on. So let's make our way down to the entrance as we get one last stand here on Shockwave at Drayton Manor, 1994 through to November 2023. And here's a look down at the entrance of the ride, and as you can see, they've actually changed the sign to Shockwave, the last stand just here as well. I am really pleased that they've done that, and yeah, they've not just kind of put the last stand on the existing sign. It's a whole new sign that's created for this just here as well, and yeah, just documenting all of this for the last time. Crazy. And yeah, obviously a few years ago when they opened Adventure Cove, they painted all the outside up just here. And yeah, it did look great, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the exterior and the track and supports, and just seeing what it looks like next year. Opened in 1994, one of the only 2 stand-up coasters in Europe. The only stand-up with a zero gravity roll. There we go, and it says attention strobe light in here as well.
Yeah, oh, there's some lights in here.
Hey, let's go and have a little look inside. Nice picture there, obviously the old colour scheme just there as well with the yellow, when it was sponsored by 7-Up, the 7-Up Shockwave. Just there, look at that, nice bit of history. Hey, we've got some lights in here, we've got some music as well. Bit of the rhythm of the night, I love it. But yeah, it's nice how they put effort in for the last stand event down here at Drayton Manor. All the lighting, the night. Oh yeah, look at that, they've all got the sunglasses on as well, the cool shades. UK's first stand-up roller coaster. Oh, look at that, great memories when the train was yellow like that as well. And of course this sign will be completely changed next year, gone 1.4 and down to 1.2, opening it up to so many more people. And as you can see, we've got some old pictures just here as well. Look at this, the old colour scheme for the exterior as well. Oh, look at this, 50 years of fun at Drayton Manor, and some more old photos of the ride as well. I love how much effort they've put in with the last stand event here. And up until a couple of years ago, they actually ran 2 trains on Shockwave, one blue and one red. Of course, they both used to be yellow, then they got repainted to them colour schemes. Yeah, the red train's not ran for quite some time. It's the blue that's ran for a while now. Yeah, it did run 2 trains, and it had the 2 different colour schemes there. Yeah, the time now has come to head upstairs and have our last stand here on Shockwave. And we've got a dispatch here on the front row. of Shockwave on its final day of operation as a stand-up roller coaster. And luckily the weather's pretty decent actually this morning for its last day, for everybody that's come down here to experience it as a stand-up one final time. And many great years of riding this coaster, many amazing rides actually on Shockwave. I'll always remember when I was a kid being terrified. I think it was the clunk of the anti-rollbacks coming up this lift hill. I'm thinking, this is quite a big coaster when I went on it as a kid, you know. Not done a lot of travelling around the world like I have now, and coming up this lift hill, it always felt so much taller than it actually is, you know, like looking out here over the tree line. And especially on the front, how open you are standing up on this. And just looking out and seeing this view. Let's go, Shockwave, the last stand. Woo! Hey! Woo! Oh! It's a zero G! Oh! Woo! Oh! Oh! Are these brakes still going to be as sharp next year? That is the question, we'll find out. Here we go. Oh! Lovely. Let's see the dive into the brakes. There we go. That's Shockwave front row POV. I think we'll jump further back and give you a bit of a rider cam on there. Wow. And here we go then down on the back row for literally the last stand here on Shockwave. This is our final ride, Charlotte.
I can't believe it.
All these years of riding this coaster, standing up, I am very excited for the future, you know, what it's going to be like, and the fact that a younger generation are going to be able to come and ride this coaster as a sit down. I think it's going to be really nice for the park.
That's the key thing. A lot of families can enjoy it together now, instead of certain ages not being able to because of height and stuff. Everyone can enjoy it together.
And it might not be the most exciting of layouts for a sit-down coaster, but you've got to think, you know, it's been a stand-up for 29 years. I'd much rather the park have done this than fully remove the ride, you know. It could have been fully removed, they could have thought that's it, but no, they're keeping it. It's been refreshed, it's been renamed, and it's having the new train on there as well. And yeah, I am really excited to see it 2024. Not forgetting, a new roller coaster is also coming to the park. It's not just this being refurbished, there's the new coaster coming in as well, which really is very exciting. But here we go, this is literally our last time standing up on this ever. It's Shockwave, here we go. 3, oh. Woo. Oh. That's it. Woo. Oh. Hey. Woo. Oh. Woo. Oh. Woo. Wait for it then, brakes. One final time. Oh. Oh. There we go. That's it. The last stand. And there we have it. Our final 2 rides ever on Shockwave as a stand-up coaster. 1994 through to November 2023. How was it for you?
I have got a little bit of a headache.
It's not the most comfortable experience as a stand-up coaster, and if you are a man, you'll relate to this too. It can be a little bit uncomfortable with the restraint system on there. So yeah, I am looking forward to the new sit-down train on there as well, and just seeing the other changes that are coming to this ride as well. Of course, it is sad though for the UK industry to lose another unique coaster, because that's the thing. As much as it is coming back with a new train and lap bars, which will probably be a better ride experience, it has been very unique as a stand-up, hasn't it?
It has been so unique, but I am looking forward to seeing it as a sit-down coaster and being a little bit more comfortable.
I think it'll be a lot more re-rideable as well, not just for those of a 1.2 height restriction, but also just in general. I think it's going to be a much more comfortable and enjoyable ride. For me, these past few years when I've come to the park, I've only really gone on it once a day. So with a sit-down, actually, I think it'll be a lot more re-rideable, and it'll also probably dispatch a lot quicker as well. Because I believe the initial plan is to only have 1 train. However, maybe in the future, they could look at a second train. However, even just running on 1 train, really, you've not got the faff of having to get everybody fastened in standing up.
It's going to be so much easier with it being lap bars, just down, down, down. It is a lot harder when you're trying to get the seat adjusted on there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot better.
And it's getting your arm kind of through it as well, like your arm through the restraint, and then pulling the rest of it down. But here we go, one last time that is behind us. Shockwave here at Drayton Manor. Thanks for joining us on the final operating day for this ride, and stay tuned for more Drayton Manor content coming over winter. Of course, we're going to be covering this and also the new roller coaster opening in 2024 as well. Well, that leaves us with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video.